I know. I don't look my best. I don't have my makeup on. I don't even have jewelry on. Oh, I got a ring on. I got a ring on both hands. Yesterday was one heck of a day. I did the Tyrolean, which is basically a zip line for cavers at the DeSoto State Falls Gorge. So it's like way up in the air, and I took some video of that, and I know you're just gonna love seeing that. But anyway, so I've got video of that, and I'll put that on for you. And then I went to Weaver's Point, which is a 185-foot cliff, and did it because I'm going to Bridge Day, and I had to qualify on that. And then I went to Neversink, and it's a 160-foot pit with some great new friends I made, and it's a 160-foot pit, and I got to see the glowworms. And if y'all check out my Facebook, there's always pictures of this stuff. If you ever want to go on my Facebook, it's public, so you can just go there all you want and see my pictures of these things. But I've only got the pictures of Neversink up on that. And so anyway, so I started at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and then I went till I think it was 12:47 when I was driving away from the other pit, the last pit that I did. And so I had one heck of a Saturday. So Sunday I sort of flaked out as much as possible, but I'm still sort of dragging today. And this morning I just got up and throw my clothes on. Here I am, and I need to do a video, right? Right. So I'm doing number 20, and this is our soap that has sand in it. I call it the, what do we call that? The exterminator. We call that the essential exterminator because it has essential oils in it. So that's what we're making today. We use play sand for that. Right there that is. And you get that at Home Depot or just wherever. And then we have our lavender and lime, I think it is. And we have turmeric for a pencil line we're going to do. And then we have our superfats. And so the first thing we're going to do, now if you're worried about breathing issues, these are really great, but for when you're mixing the lye. But when you're just putting the lye and the water together, I've not smelt any fumes, but if you have asthma or anything like that, feel free to use a breathing mask. Now I'm going to move the camera up here where you can see me put this stuff together and everything. There you go. I got it over here in the corner of the room right next to the stuffing that we use when we stuffing up packages to go on the Wi-Fi. Uh-oh. Hang on here. I see cloudiness. No, it's still warm. Oh, that's because I had put that in the other one. Hang on now, let me wipe my finger. I thought that the water had gotten too cool, and so I had when I saw cloudiness, I thought the oils were going back to a cool state, which does not work out well for making soap. You have to make sure that your oils are clear and they're at room temperature. Do what now? Yes, we surely do. I just got that order in. Would you start taking a knife and opening up, the knife is laying there, and open up every one of those boxes? And I think it may actually be in that little box right there. If you want to start with that one first. Just don't take stuff out besides what you need there. I think I got peppermint in the little bitty bottles this time because they were out of the kgs. I'm gonna just drop that. I tell you, when you get your stick blender, get one of them with the button, because then you can just drop that lye infested thing right down in your bucket. and you don't have to worry about getting it on your hands. All right, so now we're gonna cook this for 2 hours, but we're gonna have steps, and I'm gonna bring you around and let you see them as we go. And so right now though, we're gonna let it cook, and when it hits gel, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. All right, now we're starting to get soap right here. See that bubbly, pretty soap right there? And then here in the middle, we've got what we call the gel. And it's gelling a little soft today. I never know what it's going to do. But we do the tic-tac-toe method, and then we dug out some on the bottom so it can breathe. Because sometimes it gets real hard when it goes into gel. And it's better to break it up so it can so the air can get through it. All right, and so it's been about an hour. Maybe a touch less. We're going to keep on cooking it. Usually it cooks for about 2 hours, and once it gets to bubbling more around the edges, then we're going to stir it. All right, guys. Now we've got hot bubbly soap with just a little bit of gel. Now see how hard it is now? That's what it normally looks like. We're going to break that up real good so it'll go ahead and get turned into glorious hot soap. 2. And as you can see, it's still real frothy, but we've got some of the Vaseline look right there. So it won't be long till this soap will be ready for some super fats. Super fats. All right, so just hang with us. Okay, everybody, it's time to put our super fats in. We've cooked until we've got some nice, what do you call it? We're still a little frothy, but not bad. We've got a lot of that, we call it that shiny Vaseline in here, so I'm calling it done. And it's time to put our super fats in. Now this recipe for this is Kim's favorite recipe, and this right here has this is shea butter, olive oil, coconut oil. The coconut oil melted, it's so hot in here today. The vitamin E and glycerin, and this is our super fats. Now you don't know it probably if you're a new soaper, but inside, if you just take a bath with plain old 100% soap, it's very harsh. And you will not be satisfied because your skin will be so stripped and so clean. And so all bars of soap have oils floating around in them that don't get turned into soap that moisturize your skin when you wash. And so what we're doing is we're putting the super fats in at the end. And so we have the super fats going in here at the end. Now I'm not stirring them in 100% because there's still some pieces that need to melt of the shea butter. So we're going to let that cook for another 30 minutes, but we're going to turn the heat off. But the heat, it's so hot, it'll still cook for another 30 minutes. And then we'll blend it again, and then we're going to put in our sand and essential oils and all that fun stuff. Okay guys, I just checked the temperature in this soap. And how you do that is you swirl your thermometer around in here. I don't like those electronic ones. It just gives you the temperature of what it is on top. I need to know what it is everywhere. And when I did that, it come up to, I think, 170. And so 160 is when I put essential oils in. Because I'm putting in the sand, that is going to drop the temperature suddenly. So I like to put the sand in before I put in the essential oils. And I put in, there was a little rock. All right, so I'm putting in about 4 cups. I was thinking that I put in 6 cups when she asked me last time, and she could not find where we wrote the recipe down. So I thought, well, I'll know it by look. So last time it was either 4 or 6 cups of place sand. So, but when I put this place sand in, it drops the temperature a lot. And you really have to dig down now and dig around into the crevices of your crock pot. Otherwise this sand will not get well blended. Now I'd say that's about 2 cups left. So this is 4 cups. And I sort of think it was 4 cups. It was either 4 or 6. And wash this crock pot. Do not let any scraps go anywhere. Because if you accidentally save these scraps, somebody will melt them down, save you, eventually, in some fun project you're doing. And then little shards of sand will be where people don't expect it. And they'll be washing with the bar, and then suddenly, because they are not expecting there to be sand in there, it will scratch them, and they will be very unhappy. So you have to make sure, yep, that's the right cup. So 4 cups of sand. All right, now because I put the 4 cups of sand in there, it's going to reduce the temperature pretty quick. Although we're having trouble with our air conditioning. It's running, but we're not getting cool. And so I've called my landlady, and she's working on getting me an air conditioning man. Yeah, pulled it down to 60 degrees right on the dot. That's a 10 degrees drop. So since we got that, clean that so that there's no sand for sure on it, and then you can use it over there. So then we're going to pour our essential oils in, and we're using bergamot, lavender, lemongrass, and lemongrass, lavender, bergamot, and it's either lemon or lime. I'm gonna have to look because we poured these up a while back. She poured up this stuff for me a couple days ago. So a good recipe would be for this is a double, and by the way, it was 4 cups of sand for a double batch. So if you're doing a single batch off my website, that's the small crock pot, it will be 2 cups of sand, and so 1 bergamot and 2 lemon or lime, 2 lemongrass, and 4 lavender would be a great recipe for one batch, for a single batch. So that's 1 bergamot, it's expensive too. Lemon or lime, 2 tablespoons. Lemongrass, 2, and lavender, 4. And lavender is so benign. It's the most healing essential oil of the skin. You can put just a little bit more in there if you want to. Okay, so now we are doing a turmeric pencil line. Let me see if so let me show you how to do that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna fill the loaf up, and this batch, because of all the sand that's in here, let me turn this around so that the knob is not poking through the mold there and causing it to be sitting over. Also, it's a good way to break your knob. So then we're gonna put our soap in, and then we're going to, oh, I'll do the other one too, hold on a minute. Alright, now this is how you break your knob. Your knob will be sticking out there and you'll bang on top of it. Alright, and so then we're going to do our pencil line with turmeric. And I found that that works pretty good, is to shake it back and forth and then take a spoon and you can sort of shift it over if you get a heavy spot. All right. There is a long-handled spoon probably in there right now. Long-handled teaspoon.
Are you talking about that?
No, long-handled teaspoon. A TEA, like you're stirring your iced tea spoon. If you've ever seen one of those, they're not as common anymore as they used to be.
Here they go.
All right. Now, I think it's very important that you bang it real good, and then you can put a mold, a shape on the top if you want to. You just have to be careful. Well, see, and I went a little deep there. So I got a little bit of a swirl on that one. Let me get the yellow off my spoon. I may have done this kind of a thing. Oh, I hope y'all can see me. Yeah, I may have just done a swirl across the top like that. I think I did. So this one here I ended up doing a swirl on. I might as well finish that. Then you can see what that looks like too. Because I did the wrong top. I did a swirl. And that means that I dug down into the yellow and got the yellow mixed up. So you're getting to see how to do both. Ta-da! See? There we go. So now we've got a turmeric powdered swirl and we've got a pencil line. So tomorrow you'll get to see what that looks like when we cut it. Bye everybody. Hey everybody. Alright, I got all that soap I made yesterday. Plus, I have got our sand soap that I made. I still haven't decided what I did to the top of that one, because that don't look right either. And I couldn't have done this little swirl because that got into the thing, so I don't know what I did last time. This has been a new bar for me. I think this is just the third time I've made it, and it has not been a really big seller, because people don't understand how awesome it is as an exfoliator. And maybe we don't need exfoliating soaps as much as we just need plain soaps too. So anyway, so we got a really pretty side there. And I've got the nice cutter, but I want the new cutter, but I want to use the older cutter because of the fact that this is sand, and I don't want to have to wash this one before I can cut all of those. So I'm going to use this one. Thank you, Essential Depot, for coming up with this new cutter. And it ended up looking like a pencil line after all. Oh, this one is the pencil line. This is the one that what it was supposed to look like, which was the pencil line. Isn't that pretty? Of turmeric. And so these will these bars here, let me separate them off the cutter. I think I've got, there we go. Aren't those pretty? And they will cure and look just awesome together. And And I'm loading these up in a basket to go into the back. I think I've got the camera just a touch high. I was trying to get my head from being cut off.
Move it down a little bit.
Huh?
Move it down a little bit.
We might do it after I finish with the sand soap. Because I'm going to cut the camera off. Now here is the swirl.
That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. And oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get yourself on that one.
Yep. That's awesome, isn't it? I love the swirls. We might change this one to a swirl soap. Isn't that pretty? I had never done a pencil line when I decided to do it for the first time in hot process soap. And you have to be cautious with it before it cures about it separating. So be cautious. All right. If you will just go and set those on those shelves and bring me the basket back fairly quick, then we will cut some more soap. Now I'm going to cut the rest of this soap, and I'm going to do a video with all the clips of cutting this soap, but I wanted y'all to see that wonderful soap. Hey, did you smell it? What do you think it smells like?
Heaven.
Heaven. She said it smells like heaven. I tell you, anytime you put lemon and lemongrass in something, you're going to get a winner. It's always good to never put it equal amounts, because then you won't smell anything but the lemongrass. It's always like 1 part lemongrass and 3 parts lavender. And then I put, like 1 tablespoon of lemongrass and 3 tablespoons of lavender and 1 tablespoon of bergamot and 2 tablespoons of lemon or lime.
It smells like lemon.
That's good stuff. But I am a rosemary, lemon, and lemongrass girl because they are so blasted beneficial. I mean, you cannot mess up with these things. All right, these need to be washed thoroughly because they had the sand, and we have to make sure that the sand does not spread to anything. It cannot get accidentally into the scrap bucket. Because these samples, these scraps are sold and whatnot to different people that want to melt it down, and the last thing they want is a few grains of sand to accidentally be in their soap. So this cutter will be thoroughly washed. Can I hand that to you? And set that over there because I don't want to mess it up. And hand me a rinsed out cloth. And then these scraps here will have to go into the garbage can. I think I've got one of those right here. I do. There we go. And then I'll rinse all the possible sand off my surfaces, because if you get just 1 or 2 pieces of sand in a bar of soap, but the soap is not an exfoliator, like accidentally using the spoon, in another crock pot of soap and getting some sand down in it. If you got somebody washing themselves and then suddenly, it can do some serious damage. We're talking about bleeding because they weren't expecting, they weren't being gentle because it was an exfoliating soap. They were rubbing hard. So it's really important that you don't mix an exfoliator soap leftovers with, if you save your scraps for other projects. You want to throw those away completely. All right. Well, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful and whatnot. Oh, I gotta show you my flowers. Hey, would you hand me my flowers? It's because I've got myself locked out. I got the tripod over there and I've got 2 chairs there. I can't even get over there. Normally I just go flopping off and leave them. Aren't those beautiful? Aren't those pretty? They are, aren't they?
Diver Dumpster Tuesday.
I know. You see, I was naughty. I committed a crime. I dumpster dived. They were sitting in the top of a dumpster. And you know, nobody gives me flowers a lot. Squirrel gave me flowers one time, but throughout the years, I've got very few flowers. And flowers, getting flowers is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, and it just does not happen to me much. And Squirrel made my absolute day when he gave me those flowers. And when I saw the daisies, you know, I was walking by the garbage can and I saw it just barely sticking up, and I looked over and I was like,
They were meant for Kim.
somebody gave me flowers. I thank you so much for watching my commercials, and thank you for using my Essential Depot link if you decide to buy some awesome soap making products or essential oils or shea butter. You can find that at www.kimberlymcnut.com. Kimberly, Kimberly McNutt, MCNUTT.com. Thanks, everybody.